Hi, my name is Alexis Barnett, and I'm going to be discussing Patricia Liehr's story theory. Patricia Liehr was born and raised in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Liehr earned her PhD from the University of Maryland and currently teaches at Florida Atlantic University Christine E. Lynn College of Nursing. She is well known for being the co-author of the story theory alongside Mary Jane Smith. Retrieved from Liehr, no date. I chose Patricia Liehr as my theorist to study and create a presentation on because I found the theory she is associated with as something that will help me moving forward in my nursing career as becoming a nurse practitioner. I learned in nursing school to always listen to what the patient is telling you first and foremost. I became a nurse because I wanted to care for others and be there for patients and families during the most difficult times of their lives. While practicing as a nurse, I have learned how big of a difference it makes to patients when the person caring for them genuinely listens to them, advocates for them, and shows them they care. The ideas demonstrated in Patricia Liehr's story theory will continue with me as a nurse practitioner. I have heard many patients tell me what makes a difference between a good physician or nurse and a bad one is that they communicate well and take the time to listen to the patient. Listening to a patient, whether it is relevant to their health history or not, can help nurses understand and figure out what to do to help the patient's health issues by getting the complete picture. Retrieved from Smith, 2005. It is important to pick through the patient's story to help one understand something like a health disparity that could be causing their health challenges. Also retrieved from Smith, 2005. Patricia Liehr felt that one of the best ways to help care for someone and resolve their health challenges is to fully listen to and understand their story and connect pieces of the story to evidence-based practice and knowledge. Retrieved from Mary, 2018. I feel strongly that this would be the best way to connect with a patient and provide them holistic care. The story theory focuses on listening, connecting, and reflecting on a patient in the healthcare industry while placing meaning and promoting a patient's life. Retrieved from Chang, 2018. This originates back in time since the beginning of language. People communicated stories by drawing pictures on cave walls, which then progressed to writing poems, songs, and even rhymes. Retrieved from Storytelling Education, no date. The story theory is influenced by this idea and provides the basis for laying out and interpreting life events to help an individual understand their life and their experiences in life. Liehr and Smith worked on the story theory for a while, but it was developed and published officially in 1999. Retrieved from Ray, 2024. The scope of the story theory refers to the boundaries of the story and its timeline, including the story's characters, plots, setting, and occasionally the conflict. The purpose of the story theory is to create a connection between the nurse and patient while finding a meaning in an individual's life and understanding oneself. Retrieved from Castino, 2023. The main concepts of the story theory are recognized in 7 stages. The structure of the theory includes collecting information, reconstructing the story, connecting this story to literature, exposing the health challenges, describing the story's plot, creating resolutions, and lastly, collecting further stories. Retrieved from Smith, 2005. The story theory is classified as a middle-range theory that focuses on a specific phenomena rather than a broad statement. Retrieved from Liehr, 2017. The story theory is not too specific, as it can be used in many nursing practice situations. The theory displays a story of a person's life by creating dialogue, which can contribute to providing positive patient care and outcomes. The story theory contributed to nursing by laying the framework for nurses to follow the steps to gain details from patients to provide the best care possible. The story theory helps direct general nursing practice by instilling communication values in nursing practice, which helps promote holistic nursing care. Patients feel valued when the provider or nurse takes the time to talk to and understand their story. The story theory helps to create an individualized healthcare plan that works with the patient's lifestyle. This theory allows nurses to better understand and take care of patients and their health challenges by not just looking at the measurable data, but by gaining the full situation and background of a patient's life to get the complete picture. Scholars appear to support this theory in understanding the deeper connections it creates between patients and nurses, retrieved from Ray 2024. Patricia Liehr's key publications include being the co-author of a book called Middle Range Theory for Nursing and Story Theory publication in the Nursing Theories and Nursing Practice Journal. The story theory relates to nursing practice by connecting patients' background, belief, and lives and bridging their story with their medical complications and guide patient care. One example of the story theory relating to nursing practice was collected from a study done on patients with Alzheimer's disease. These patients experience something called the retrograde plunge phenomenon, meaning they often return to their past life and experiences, retrieved from Ray 2024. The story theory promotes support to patients and families experiencing this retrograde plunge phenomena by gaining insight first to the patient's past, present, and future life story. Another example that I came up with myself is if you were taking care of a bariatric patient. It would be crucial to talk with them first and understand all aspects of their life so that you can create a specialized treatment plan that works for them. The story theory bridges the gap between healthcare and patients' lives. The methodology of the story theory focuses on the dialogue created between the storyteller and the listener. While analyzing the story theory, one should describe the theory, analyze the theory, evaluate the theory, and discuss development of the theory. When analyzing the theory, we're going to ensure that patients want to help promote their health care and reduce health complications, assuming that they will want to use the information given to them to better themselves and create meaning in their life despite health complications. Assuming that patients want help with their health, nurses can use the story theory to understand one's life and the factors that place them where they are today. Information can be assessed easily by using the 7 steps as we explained a few slides ago. The story theory has general concepts and is applicable in many situations. The context of the story theory includes interpersonal relationships, health promotion, and finding the meaning in life experiences. The story theory has high importance in communication with patients and helping them find meaning in their life experiences while promoting their health. In the evaluation section, nurse scholars evaluate theories, which plays a huge role in development and analysis. Many nurse scholars view the story theory as a framework for gaining knowledge and creating connections with patients' health and providing holistic nursing care, retrieved from Castino 2023. The story theory helps direct general nursing practice by instilling communication values in nursing, which helps promote holistic care. Patients feel valued when the provider or nurse takes time to talk to them and understand their story. The story theory helps to create an individualized healthcare plan that works with the patient's lifestyle. In the development section of the theory critique, the story theory is not directly testable. The story theory mostly focuses on relationships and positive patient outcomes in non-measurable contexts. In nursing research, the story theory allows researchers to better understand and take care of patients and their health challenges not just by looking at the measurable data, but getting the full situation and background of a patient's life to get the complete picture. Scholars appear to support this theory in understanding the deeper connections it creates between patients and nurses. Retrieved from Ray, 2024. Much of the research using the story theory leads to positive patient outcomes. The story theory could use additional research so that the theory could be applied to all other patient illnesses and populations. While the ideas and concepts are strong, the theory could use refinement in making it more specific to nursing practice and how we could implement it specifically. Relating my recipe, which was my artifact, to social networks and social support theory, which was the model that I chose. This flitter recipe was created by my great-grandma Blankenship. I love cooking and traditions, so I chose to relate this homemade family recipe to the social networks and social support theory. I chose social networks and social support theory model because I love and value interpersonal relationships. John Barnes first began describing the term social network in 1954. Barnes's research focused on studying the influence of closely connected groups of people relating to a strong support system. Social networks and social support systems are congruent with the ingredients that make up my recipe. Social networks and support systems are the starting point for healthcare outcomes and play a large influence on patients' health. In life, people experience stressors, and depending on if a support system is present or not, will play a role on if any adverse health consequences arise. This relates to my flitter recipe because each ingredient is like a member of the support system and is important to making the final product a positive outcome. If a single ingredient is missing or a single member of the patient's support system is missing, there will be negative consequences in the end product. This relates because my nursing theorist Patricia Liehr helped develop the story theory that focuses on communication between nurses and patients, retrieved from Castino, 2023. The social network and social theory is congruent with Liehr's story theory. Communicating with patients provides insight into patients' lives regarding if they have a network of people surrounding them. For instance, a child with asthma needs a support system to help manage this disease. By sitting down and talking to the patient, the nurse or provider can understand what to teach the child and what resources they may need. This is a copy of my infographic. Based on my model, social networks and social support theory, I chose the word support to create my infographic over. Excuse me. The definition of support, according to the Cambridge English Dictionary, is a noun, which is the agreement or encouragement for a group, idea, or person, emotional or practical help. 3 attributes of support include sympathy, advocacy, family and friends, and reinforcement. I have included a case study that shows how we could use this theory. Connor, an 84-year-old male with COPD, presented to the ER with shortness of breath. The patient wears 4 liters of oxygen at home. The patient is currently satting 86% on 9 liters high-flow nasal cannula. Patient is being admitted to the medical surgical floor. When the patient arrives to the floor, the admitting nurse, Rachel, assesses and speaks to the patient. The patient has minimal interaction with the nurse and is very tearful. The patient explains he is tired of sitting at home, being dependent on oxygen, with no one to talk to, and being unable to do anything for himself anymore. The patient cries and states that his son moved to Florida, his wife died 2.5 years ago, and he has no family around anymore. It is clear to the nurse Rachel that the patient is depressed and has no support system. Nurse Rachel takes the time to sit down with the patient at the bedside, hold his hand, and show her empathy and understanding to this patient during this difficult time. As the patient's healthcare advocate, Nurse Rachel places a social work consult in hopes of getting this patient into a community group with other people or possibly a chore worker that could come to his home to reinforce and support Connor's health and be the support system he needs so that he does not feel depressed and hopeless. Next, I have the empirical reference. Direct empirical reference of support include being tearful and reserved, listening and talking, emotional support, and physical touch. Indirect empirical reference include depression screenings, quality of life, and an ADL assessment. And I included my references here as well. And then this is a complete list of my references used for this project. Thank you for listening.